It's time for a little comedy, a little content, and a lot of conversation. It's the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube. And now here's your host, Geno Jones.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? It is showtime. The weekend is here. It is the Geno Jones Show. So I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30. You see that? 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. on the West Coast. Please subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Please subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Man, it has been one heck of a week. In more ways than one, if you only knew. So we started off the week with the King holiday, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. His birthday, of course, is on January 15th. That was Sunday. He would have been 94 had he not been assassinated, had he had a chance to live a full life. So some very powerful monologues, So check them out if you haven't seen them. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's show it was intense. Check it out. And we had a lot of other stuff going on. Shout out to Sheryl Ralph. She had an incredible acceptance speech and really some positive words. So she won the Best Supporting Actress at the Golden Globe Awards, and just some really powerful words, which is so true. And basically, the most important part of her message was, people don't have to like you. People, they don't have to love you. They don't even have to respect you. But when you, listen to me, and she said, I want you to look at me right now, look in the camera. She said, but when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. It don't matter what these other folks say and think about you. Don't even give a damn. Don't worry about them, what they think and say about you. As I've taught my daughters, is irrelevant. It is insignificant what other people think about you. Because you control you. And nobody can beat you being the best version of yourself than you. So you control all of that. So whatever they got to say, as long as my mother would say, I know is watching the show, she says, as long as they don't put their hands on you, what they have to say about you, it don't even matter. They don't even exist. Treat them like they don't exist, like they are invisible. Because what matters is what you think and believe about yourself and how you act and behave. Always bet on you. So shout out to Sheryl Ralph. She came with the words. But when you look in the mirror, you better love what you see. And don't give a damn about what other people see. Because what they see has nothing to do with who you are and how you see yourself. Take that with you. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. If you don't smoke like me, then just go ahead and process that. Let that feed your spirit and your soul on this Friday. So speaking of soul, we talking about, so Motown legend Smokey Robinson decided to go usher, all usher. These are my confessions. And so he was on a TV show, and somebody asked him about, well, you know, Diana Ross, she wrote a book, and she said in her book that she had an affair with you. And then so the guy asked Smokey, how long did the affair go? Way back in the day. And then Smokey, matter of fact, just kind of casual with a smile on his face, he's like, it lasted longer than it should have because I was married. I was like, well, damn, Smokey snitching on himself. I am not mad at him. You know, I'm not happy that he cheated on his wife, but he's like, look, Diana, she done already snitched on me. She done put it in a book a long time ago. So you're asking me, I'm just telling you. It ain't a secret. It lasted longer than it should have because I was married at the time. So shout out to Smokey for just, hey, straight no chaser. I ain't gonna run from it. I can't lie. Yeah, I can't go. What's the dude? George Santos. Oh, he got another name. He got like a. So apparently, according to people who knew him and who dated him, so he was a drag performer, but now apparently not a good one, a lousy one. He's a lousy liar, but he lied his way through life. So, but apparently, he had a stage name. I can't think of what the name was. It was like some one-word title. I should have wrote it down, but it was just some kind of exotic for, they had a whole drag shows. He was a drag performer that didn't win anything. They was like, yeah, he didn't really have the right stuff as a drag performer. So then he went on to, now he lied his way to being the United States House of Representatives. So much for that. And then the buzz, the real smoke. So shout out to Stephen A. Smith, the host of ESPN's First Take and one of the biggest, highest paid stars on ESPN. So he's got a brand new book out called Straight Shooter. So he's been doing a book tour, and he's been doing the TV talk show, daytime TV, nighttime TV, anytime TV talk show, doing the rounds. And so he was on Sherri Sheppard's daytime show. And then they got to talking about the Super Bowl, which is on February 12th, which is my oldest daughter, Boogie's birthday, Sunday, February 12th. And they were talking about the halftime performance. And this year's halftime performer is Rihanna, Miss Riri. She's a mommy, but she said, this is a challenge. I accept it. She said I was comfortable at home being a mom, loving on my baby, but there was an opportunity, and I wanted to challenge myself because I needed to challenge myself. So she's going to perform. So the conversation came up, and Stephen A. She basically said she's great performer, but she ain't Beyonce. And then he said it like that because if you watch Stephen A. Smith, he can just, he can shade now. He can throw shade like a full solar eclipse. Oh, he can throw some shade. Smug, kind of condescending. She ain't Beyonce. Woo! Man, Riri's crew, somebody must have called his ass quick. Because then he went on video, and he was like, look, I apologize. He did like this 3-minute video apology up on Twitter. And then comedian Leslie Jones, shout out to Leslie, repping the 901, native of Memphis, Tennessee. She was like, I'm paraphrasing the joke. She was like, Stephen A., you need to act like your hairline and fall the F, U-C-K, fall the F back. I'm like, whoa, Leslie, we going there like that. And then he, at the end he said, sweetie, I'm sorry. And she's like, how dare you, Leslie Jones? How dare you call her sweetie? You don't know her. Now, Leslie, you don't know if Stephen A. knows her or not. Because, he in New York, she live in New York. I'm just saying, unless Rihanna called you and said, I don't know that Negro. So, and in that case, then you should have said, you made that clear. Because you said he don't know her, but do you know? Do you really know? Where are your receipts? Since we going there, if we gonna dive in the pool, let's dive in the deep end. What the hell? Just jump in, both feet. But anyway, so that's been interesting. So the Rihanna Army or Nation or whatever the hell y'all call yourselves, it was interesting. And why you pitting black women against? He wasn't doing that, and he made it clear. He wasn't. Listen, he's made millions of dollars on a debate show. So people compare. We've done it on this show. We had the 200 greatest singers list. Rolling Stone comparing folks, and they put a list out. So that's not that uncommon. That's not dissing women. He's a fan of Beyonce. He's a fan of Rihanna. He's a bigger fan of, apparently, Beyonce. Look, I love B, I love Ree, but Janet, you would have had none of them without Janet Jackson. Janet is the real GOAT as far as I'm concerned. Beyonce is the GOAT of this generation, but Janet, And then I'm sure there's some folks, my mother might say, well, Tina Turner is the really GOAT, because you wouldn't even have Janet if you didn't have Michael and arguably Tina Turner, because definitely you can see they call it a direct connection or a through line. Even just some of the whole Beyonce's energy, her outfits. Look at some old Ike and Tina Turner. Just go look at some of those old videos. Just looking at Beyonce, it's like, wait a minute, that's Tina Turner. So that's just the way the entertainment business is. So let me bring my guest on. One of my guests was able to make it today, ladies and gentlemen. There he is, live and in living color. You see him, you know him. Record producer, DJ, talented man. He's got his own internet mix show that's going to be coming on later tonight. So now let me grab him, because I don't believe in jinxes, but his video is not doing the percolator. If you're from Chicago, it's time for the percolator. It's time for the percolator. So the video's not percolating. So let's go ahead and have this conversation. Groove Master Dre, what's up, man?
Hey, what it is, Punta Biz, Geno.
Hey, let's shout out Keela. So my number one guest co-host, she always is on, Keela Carson. She wasn't able to make it. So, Mother, I know you're watching, and I told you that Keela was going to be on, but she's watching, and I didn't call her. I knew she knew that, she was my guest. We talked last night, but I didn't get a chance to call her today. I got busy. So that's on me. I'm not going to throw anybody under the bus. I'm going to own it. So, Dre, I'm going to pass you the mic, man. It's been a heck of a week. What we talked about. What's on your agenda? What story, or maybe something that I didn't talk about in some of the monologues, what really got your attention, man? What's been the buzz in your barbershop?
Well, let me tell you what it is, Punta Biz. I had a ball this past Sunday over at the MLK RBF Food Festival. Hey, let me tell you, I had the honor and the privilege of meeting Savannah J, one of your fellow radio personnel.
Yes.
Yeah. And I got to meet up with DJ D Nice. And I saw all the other DJs moving and grooving on up on the turntables. And everybody was having a good time over there at the Latson Flea Market for the inaugural MLK RBF Festival. Oh, yeah. And they got comedian Randy Sky over there hosting it. And I got some good food over there. It was awesome.
Speaking of comedians, I don't know if you heard. So Leslie Jones they're having guest hosts on the Daily Show because, of course, my man, the light-skinned brother Trevor Noah.
Yes, Trevor Noah
is stepping back. I really like Trevor. He's really a talented brother.
Yeah, I'm really cool with Trevor.
Y'all having all these guest hosts. Y'all need to holler at your man. Because
I'm with you on that, Geno. I'm with you on that. Yes.
The king of MCs, not the king.
Not
the king. The king of MCs. Y'all need to holler at me. All right, y'all, I don't have an agent. I'm my own agent. So y'all just reach out to me. You can email me at my Gmail, Geno Jones Show.
Yep.
I'll do the table read. Look, you got my audition tape, demo reels. Just watch the show live and go back and binge watch any of these monologues that I do. There you go.
Hey, and speaking of back watching, hey, bro, Geno, listen, remember how, you, me, and Sean Dolby a few months back were talking about Beyonce's Break My Soul and the Queen's remix?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Hey, last Friday's Friday Night Delight on Hidden City Radio, I played Beyonce's Queen remix as the opener of part 2 of the Friday Night Delight. Oh, yeah.
I know it's on fire.
Jamming.
All right, so since you brought up Beyonce, come on, I'm going to throw you in the fire here.
Okay. So, all right. Burn, baby, burn.
The big scuttlebutt. So you had, the Rihanna's Army got in their feelings because Stephen A. Smith said that, talking about, Rihanna's going to perform at halftime of this year's Super Bowl. And he was like, she's a great entertainer, blah, 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 but she ain't Beyonce.
Yeah.
So, of course, Rihanna's fans got their, draws, panties, boxers,
in a bunch.
Whatever they don't wear. just got all in a bunch, got in their feelings, all of them, the women, the dudes, everybody. So, and listen, Look, I'm not caping for Stephen A. He don't need me to talk for him. He talk for a living
Nah,
and make a
nah,
whole hell of a lot of money.
nah.
But he came
But
back. Somebody must have called him because he
oh
released, I
yeah,
don't know if you saw that video, like a 3-minute
yeah, I did.
apology
I saw
video.
he was talking about Brianna, and then all of a sudden it caused a lot of backlash, including Leslie Jones when she did that Daily Show. She was hollering
Oh
over
my
at
God.
Stephen.
She was like, Stephen A., you need to go. Look, you need to act like your hairline and 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 and, and
Fall
fall
off
fall
fast.
the F back. I'm like, damn, really? So I'm like,
Wow,
Leslie, that's okay,
Lordy.
I got you. But I'm going to stay out of their battle because,
Yeah,
I ain't writing jokes for Stephen A. I got my own comebacks, but she didn't come for me. But I get it. But
yeah, sometimes you gotta steer clear to the left, to the left.
but here's the thing, Dre.
What's up?
He does, listen, his living, he's become famous for having debates. Now, I know it's about sports,
yeah.
but we always debate. Listen, last couple of weeks, we
Yeah,
talked about
we
Rolling
have
Stone had a list, the
exactly.
200 greatest
know?
singers. There's always been comparisons, always has been.
Yeah.
And he didn't, but some people took it like he was saying
Oh
that
yeah, to a
Rihanna
whole
was less
other level.
than.
Yeah.
No, he said to him, she ain't Beyonce. And I get it. And
Yeah.
he's also smart because the controversy didn't hurt his book sales. So, there's that
Right.
part of it that, he probably not going to admit to it, but I get it.
course,
Look,
of
I'm in the
course.
same entertainment game, but I saw him.
Course, yeah.
I saw the video of when he
Yeah.
was on with Sherri, and I don't think that that it was intentional. He was just saying, listen, she ain't now. Like I said, he can be smug and condescending, and she ain't.
Yeah,
She ain't Beyonce. So I think it wasn't what he said; it was how he said it, how he looked at the camera and kind of,
Right.
condescending.
Right. Sometimes when you look into that camera, it's how you project yourself within.
That part, young man, right there. That part, damn it, right there. That's what did it.
That's what it is upon the biz,
That's
Geno.
what did his ass in, and then Leslie Jones came with she came with the punchlines and all that. But between Rihanna and Beyonce,
Yeah.
who's your pick?
Oh my goodness. It's a tough pick, but if I had to, shoot, might as well go be buzzing with the beehive. I'll
And
be
there's no
buzzing with
shade
the
on
beehive.
Rihanna. Listen, Rihanna's fabulous. Beyonce
Exactly.
is the greatest entertainer
Yeah.
of this generation alone. Let me say this. Now I know this not.
Go ahead.
Look,
Go
y'all
ahead.
can look. You can at me. You can tweet me, Leslie Jones or anybody else. Listen,
Yep.
Beehive. Listen, I write punchlines too. So if you come for me, and if I didn't send for you, I'm a send your ass back where you came from. So
That's
I'm all
what
good.
you always be saying, bro. That's
But
what
let me
always
say
be
this:
saying. Shoot.
Beyonce, unquestionably the greatest entertainer of this generation, along with. Now, I'm just gonna say the name I'm gonna say, and then we'll do,
Right.
the qualifiers
Okay.
on a stage.
All right.
This generation on a stage, he's one of the greats, but he got a lot of ish with him. Chris Brown is no
Yes.
joke.
Yes. I'ma tell you.
Now listen,
Chris Brown,
so while y'all busy at me with Chris Brown and he's a woman beater and all of it, look, I get that. He's acknowledged that. Nobody was more critical of Chris Brown when that whole situation with Rihanna jumped off. And I've heard all the conversations, the rumors that, Rihanna wasn't the only woman, that apparently he got into that he was physically abusive. I don't know that to be a fact. I've just, seen and heard the
it's
stuff.
one of those hearsay kind of things.
Right. Now, with Rihanna, it wasn't hearsay because we saw the pictures. So we got that. Even though we learned that was a pretty volatile, abusive relationship, and it don't justify, even if, listen, fellas, if you're in a relationship and you got a woman that's violent towards you, leave.
Yeah,
I'm telling you the same thing that I would tell a woman. Leave. Get out. Like the movie.
Honestly,
Get
it's
your
not
ass.
really worth. It's not really worth, putting yourself in harm's way or putting anybody in harm's way
That part.
if you're trying to make things right, but you can only do so much on making relationships right. But it has to be within your own self to make your relationship work. Or, have the partner of your choosing to agree within your stanchial. If not, you know, it's like one balance being lifted up higher than the other one staying low.
And let me, because my mother's watching right now. She said, "Tell Groove
Hello,
Master Dre
Mother
I said
Mary
hi."
D. Good to see you.
So listen, I'm gonna give you all a pearl of wisdom, one of the many pearls of wisdom that my mother, along with my grandparents, gave me. She said,
All right.
"Jeannie, you can't always be right. It can't always be your way. And if you are in a situation to where it gets to the point to where you all want to put hands on each other, it's time to go. Leave. Just go as far and as fast as you can. Get
Exactly. Because
out."
it's not worth going through the drama.
Right.
It's not worth
And,
going through the
and just
drama.
understand that I don't care who it is. And she told me because I needed to hear it at that moment. It can't always be your way. You can't always be right. Because there's
Yeah.
none of us that's always right all the
And
time.
even if you are right, even if you are right, sometimes you got to step back and be like, you know what? Maybe some things just isn't what it is upon the biz.
Right.
Some things just doesn't seem right off.
And look, I'm the poster child. I talk for a living. I'm long-winded. That's how I make my money. And I had to learn, and with the
Yeah,
comebacks and clapbacks,
exactly.
instant. But
Exactly.
that's great on stage. That is horrible in relationships.
Yep. You just got to draw that fine line between how you speak in front of your people and how do you speak in front of your partnership or whoever you going into a relationship with.
Because
Yeah.
it's a lot of times it's not what you say and what you do, it's how you say it and how you do it that really
Yep.
hurts.
Yep.
And we
Exactly.
have to learn. I had to learn to love Damaris the way that she needed to be loved, not the way I wanted to do it. And it's a difference, especially for men. You know,
Yeah.
we've been conditioned in society. We've been socialized. You want to be protector, provider, even if your mate, your spouse is making as much or more than you. You still, as a man, you want to provide that protection,
Right.
and you want to be, the whole. I get it. Trust me,
Yep.
y'all. There's no
Some
more
some
type
folks, believe it or not,
A.
might have a little pride in them.
There's
You
no
know.
more type alpha personality than me. But that alpha can get your ass in trouble. Sometimes you gotta
Yeah.
learn. There's a time and a place. Sometimes even Dre, you gave
Yeah.
great perspective. Even if you right, sometimes it may just take the L. And that was
Yeah.
hard, Dre. That was hard for me. Trust me. And
And
Damaris,
I understand
Damaris is
that. I
upstairs. She'll
understand.
probably be like, "Yeah,
Shoot.
it's still hard for his ass, right?"
I understand, it's hard to take that L, but you know what? In the end, it's like a sigh of relief. You get that weight off of you and be like, I am walking on cloud nine, feeling fine on the dime.
Yeah, because none of us want to be attacked. Everybody wants to be validated. Everybody has value. And you want that
Exactly.
value to be appreciated and recognized and heard. Because my
Yes,
problem was,
indeed.
because you talk for a living, so, I can't get a word in. You can't nobody hear me because of yo.
But let me tell you this though, sometimes not everything is scripted, not everything is written upon the stars.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, sometimes you just have to, and look, it's still a work in progress for me. I'm a work in progress, but
And
I've
that's
learned.
understandable.
Yeah,
Everybody is, everybody's different when it comes to communication and the procession of walking and talking. Sometimes you got to take that baby step before you take that leap of faith.
no doubt. Dre,
Yeah.
as always, man, you've done a great job. Listen, man, you came in, you pinched it, you holding it down. For you holding it down for Keela Carson. So Keela's watching. You see my man Groove Master did a great job, one of the regular contributors to the Geno Jones Show. Let everybody know where they can follow you on social media, where they can go ahead and download your mixes, some of your remixes, your mix shows, and let them know
Hey,
about your live show tonight.
all right, ladies and gentlemen, tune in tonight at 10 p.m. for the Friday Night Delight, where we shine the light right here on Hidden City Radio. You can go to hiddencityradio.net, click on live shows, and then you should see a player for you to press play on and click on it. And once 10 o'clock hits, my show is on live in a living color like no other. All right. And you can also find me on any of my social medias, from Groove Master Dre page on Facebook, Groove Master Dre on Mixcloud, and you can find me on Instagram, Mr. GMD84.
Mr. GMD84, have a great weekend, man. I appreciate you. We'll see you back on the show soon.
Hey, you know it, Geno. And remember, be blessed upon your conquest and live right as you have a blessed night. Because it's not how good the groove is, it's how you be grooving good up in your neighborhood.
Y'all heard what the man said. You heard the words that just came out of his mouth. Groove Master Dre, thanks, man. Have a great weekend.
Hey, you too, Geno. Thank you.
All right. Did a great job. All right, listen, everybody. It's time for me to get out of here. Thanks for letting me be a part of your life, as always. God bless each and every one of you. You, and especially you. I come to you live Monday through Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. in Chicago, 3:30 p.m. out on the West Coast. Subscribe to the Geno Jones Show YouTube channel. Subscribe, share, like, and binge watch all my back episodes. Copy and paste the link, email, and share this show and every show. Spread it all over the world. All over the world. Have a great weekend. Let me shout out Markel Bailey. He is the official barber. He's the official barber and hairstylist of the Geno Jones Show. He is the CEO of Designer Cuts in the Charleston, South Carolina Metro. You can check him out on Instagram. Kel Be Cutting Up. KEL BECUTTINUP. Allie Jones. Allie Jones is the drip director. Fashion, the official wardrobe consultant, the fashion consultant, the stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check her out on Instagram, LX.NCL_. L like Lexi, X like extra, dot N like Nanette, C like Charlie, L like Lexi, underscore is that little dash below the Lexi Nicole Designs. You get to check it out. Bruce Gage, also wardrobe consultant, stylist for the Geno Jones Show. Check him out on Instagram. Miglio D Mario Uomo, MIGILIO DIMARIO UOMO. Have a great weekend, and have a great weekend binge watching all my back episodes. If you missed any episode this week, it's all must-see TV, so you need to go back and binge watch every episode. These monologues have been fire. You got to check it out. You got to see it to believe it for yourself. All right, and I will see you live again Monday. This Monday, my guest, Dr. Damon Fordham. He teaches. He is really, the brother's a genius. He is a history expert, and he is an expert on history of not just Black America, Black Americans from 1619 on up, but just an expert just on the African diaspora. So we're gonna have a heavy conversation, but we're gonna have fun with it too. So you know what, it's Monday's show, and if you missed any show earlier this week, like I said, go back and binge watch it. Pop you some popcorn, put on some pajamas or your sweatpants, get your little bottle of wine or champagne, get your I don't know if y'all do what's like mimosas at night. I guess you can do your mimosa whenever, morning, lunch, brunch, dinner, whenever. Just enjoy all of my episodes. Have a great weekend. Monday, 6:30 p.m. I want to thank everybody in my chat room once again. Shout out to my man, my guest, Groove Master Dre. Did a great job. Shout out to Key. We're going to get Key. We're going to run it back with Keela. So I have to remember and make sure I call Key. Miss Carson, Friday. We always talk Thursday night, the night before the show, but I'll be sure to call it like I normally do. We usually talk a couple hours and do like a pre-show meeting. We just had a full, we're going to have some really exciting other guests coming on. And pretty soon, there's a doctor. She specializes in mental health. She's brilliant. And she's got all kind of receipts. She's going to be a regular contributor. And we're going to be talking about the importance of mental health. And there's so many layers to it. It really is. So we had a great conversation before the show. So you'll see her. I'll tell you who she is pretty soon. She's also an expecting mommy. So she's about to deliver this baby or have the baby. And then pretty soon, by March, it looks like, sometime in March, she'll make her debut appearance and she'll be a regular contributor of the Geno Jones Show. All right, everybody, I'm out of here. Have a great. How you like that Tony the Tiger impersonation? All right, you don't know, for my young folks, my Gen Zers, millennials, y'all know who Tony the Tiger is. Kellogg's Sugar Frosted Flakes, the commercial, the dude, Tony the Tiger. Google it. And you'll know where that great. Pretty damn good. Kellogg's, holla at your man. You need another voice actor, I got you. We'll see you live Monday, or you'll be binge watching me live not live, but you'll be binge watching this weekend. Thanks, everybody. As always, be blessed. Pray for peace. Enjoy watching the Geno Jones Show.
Subscribe and tune in to the next episode of the Geno Jones Show, exclusively right here on YouTube.